Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I was on my walk this morning and I was listening to a TED Talk by Glennon Doyle. God love her. And it was from like 9 years ago. So the Glennon Doyle from back then, she just has the sweetest voice. Um, and she was talking about not being able to be real about how you're doing. We're conditioned to have it's a conditioned response that when somebody asks you how you're doing, you just say, I'm fine, how are you? I'm fine, how are you? I'm fine, how are you? It's just a greeting. It's like saying hi, hi. But it is really detached and the meaning is taken out of it or the inquiry is really very surface level. It's very shallow because when you ask somebody how they're doing, it really is just a greeting. Are you really interested in how they're actually doing? And I had actually recorded a reading a while back that I don't think that I ever posted, but it was asking if we could like normalize being real. Is that way too uncomfortable? Or have we been conditioned to just be surface level all the time? I mean, can we normalize just being real? Someone asks you how you're doing, and without needing anything back from them at all. I think that's part of the problem, is that they have a hard time knowing what to do with what you just told them. But when someone asks you how you're doing, just being like, man, I'm having a day. How are you doing? And sometimes it's going to elicit the truth from them too. And as long as you do it with the intention that I don't need you to take this from me, I don't need you to fix it. That's the problem, is that a lot of times that feeling, that truth, that presence is really uncomfortable for the other person to feel from you, because there's this desire to make it better or to fix it or to shift it, or I don't know what to do with that. If we come from a place of balance in ourselves and just not needing anything from the other person except to just receive the truth, that's all, to be open to the truth, I think that you will see the benefit of how that allows them to maybe approach being present in a different way. So as long as it's not dumping, as long as it's not dumping your energy on someone else, but being real. Can we normalize that and show up and continue to show up? Show up just as you are. Can we normalize being okay with who you are and what you are in all the moments, and not just the ones where you're fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm in the process of suppressing emotion. That's what fine means to me. Or even in the opposite way. Like when someone asks you how you're doing, instead of just saying, I'm fine, how are you? If you're in a really great place, saying, man, today is probably one of the best days of my life. And I'm not even sure why, I feel so good today. How are you? And being open to them not being in the same energy or receiving what they have to tell you about their truth. And if they say, man, mine is like the opposite, I've probably had the worst day of my life, not having to do anything about that, not having to change them, not having to have them meet you where you are, just accepting that and saying, I see you. Thank you for sharing that. Because maybe you sharing where you were allowed them, and that light inside of you drew the light out of them, and the light was shining on the fact that they felt a little bit alone in what they were experiencing at the time, and you were there to just exist with them, to make them not feel so alone, because they felt comfortable being seen, really being seen. there's the possibility for that at all times, you know? So I basically just wanted to come on here, and I don't know if it's something that I'll do every single day, but I mean, I feel like that feels really good to just have a series where I come on here and I say, how are you today? How are you today? Really. And giving you the space to open up and be real about wherever you are right now at this moment, and put it in the comments, and share. Be you. Be real. So right now, how am I feeling today? How am I doing today? I feel like I had so much stuff on my. I feel a little bit scatterbrained. I feel a little bit like there's so much that I want to do. I feel a little bit impatient. There's so much that I want to do and so much potential that I can see. But I don't know where to start. Sometimes it's hard to rein in this expansive mind, um and I hear the word spiral. I kind of there's all of these possibilities and all of these things on my to-do list too. There's a lot of really 3D things that I would like to get checked off of my list. My kids are gone for the weekend, so I'd like to do it while they're gone. But I'd also really like to, there's all these ideas that I have and energies coming through that I would like to make videos for, and I would like to create in that way. I've been working a lot on some stuff around my house, and I'm even seeing like my daughter's picture up here. I just put it up on the wall yesterday. It's like I'm trying to create a homey space too. So I'm in this energy of creation and wanting to create. But there's so many things on the horizon that I want to create that I just don't know where to start. And a lot of times it takes me into this place of not being able to do any of them, because there are things that I need to get checked off of the list, but they don't necessarily. It's not as much as what I want to do as other things, and so then I kind of beat myself up about it, and I end up spiraling in the middle and don't end up doing anything. So I'm just kind of trying to go with the flow, and the thing that most called me and my mind kept going back to was that video that I was listening to this morning about, just asking how you're doing. And what it helps me do is touch base with and vocalize the things that are going on inside of my head, and to get them out in order to process them and to make sense of them in a different way, to sense them in a different way. So that helps to balance whatever kind of emotions, that impatient emotion that I have going on. Why do I feel impatient? Because my thoughts aren't quite organized about, my thoughts aren't organized. And so what I need to do is get them out of here. I need to get them out of here. And what I'm being shown right now as I talk about it is that I just need to write them down on a list. And I do have some lists going right now that I want to do for home and for work. Check some things off the list. Give myself a schedule. Pick one thing off of one list, one thing off of the other list, and do both. Obviously, I can't do all of both lists at the same time, but do one from each and schedule that into my day so that I have time to be able to do both. I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to fold that massive basket of laundry that's sitting on my bed right now, that I literally pick up, put on my bed in the morning to get some clothes out of, but with the intention that, okay, this is covering my whole bed, and so I'm not going to be able to get into bed tonight until I fold it. I force myself to fold it. But what I do is I just scoop all that laundry back up into the laundry basket, put it back down on the floor every single night. I need to schedule that for myself, not just be presented with it when I walk upstairs to go to bed, because at that point, that's not when I should be doing it or when I'm capable of doing it. So I need to schedule that in. And because of the overwhelming scope of that for me, I mean, it's a massive basket of laundry at this point. Because I need to schedule that in for myself. Or I'm sorry, because it's so overwhelming to me, I need to schedule that in. And it may be that I need to cut that basket in half. So make it manageable for myself. Speaking through these thoughts that are going on and how I'm actually doing right now is literally helping as I speak to organize the overwhelm and the feelings that are there, and to tune into the solution that I didn't realize was there, that I wasn't able to get to when I was just sitting here thinking about it or distracting myself, or, you know, I've got a list of stuff over here. I'm looking around my house and I have these boxes all over and I don't know where to put this. I don't know where to put that. And just kind of not stewing in it, but being stuck in the middle of it. Like, I'm so overwhelmed by all the things, I can't do any of the things. So even just talking about it has been enough to start to find the clarity on it. We take the thoughts from here, we move the energy through communicating, and it helps us to find our own answers. So when I am asking you how you're doing, you communicating about it sometimes is enough to release it, to free the answers underneath. So just know that, and set the intention that when you are truthful about where you are presently, how you're feeling, what you're going through, how your day is, whatever it is, just do it with the intention that I don't need anybody else to fix this for me. I just need that space, right? So I'm giving you that space right here. How really are you doing today? And I would love for us to talk about it. So put it down in the comments below, and I look forward to hearing from you guys and just holding space for where you are right now in this very moment. My recording just said 1212, which is the number 33 for me. So, okay? I love you guys. Talk to you soon.